Good day everyone. So today we were discussing about the energy resources. So introduction. Between the Earth's equator and its polar regions, the sun rays strike the Earth at different angles. This results in more solar energy at the equator, less at the poles. Together with the Earth's rotation, these differences create flows of air called wind. So as you can see this picture, ang isang sinag ng araw ay tumatama sa Earth sa iba't ibang anggulo na nagresulta sa mas maraming solar energy sa equator at mas kaunti sa mga pole. Ito ay pinapakita sa diagram na may mga sinag ng araw na inilalarawan bilang mas direktang tumatama sa equator. So, the term energy resource refers to any materials that can be used as a basis or source of energy. Energy resources are used to generate electricity and other forms of power for human use. So, the text defines as energy resource as any materials that can be used as a basis or source of energy. These resources are used to generate electricity and other forms of power for human use. There are two kinds of energy resources. So this is renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. Net energy and why it is important. So as you can see, the picture, oil and natural gas. So net energy is the only energy that really counts. It takes energy to produce energy. For example, before oil becomes useful to us, it must be found pumped up from beneath the ground or ocean floor, transferred to a refinery, converted to gasoline and other fuels and chemicals, and delivered to consumers. Each of these steps uses high quality energy, obtained mostly by burning fossil fuels, especially gasoline and diesel oil. The usable amount of high quality energy available from an energy resource is it net energy yield. It is total amount of high quality energy available from a given quantity of an energy resource minus the high quality energy needed to make the energy available. So as you can see, this image present a comparison of different energy sources. There are four application areas: electricity generation, space heating, transportation, and high temperature. So for each application, it lists various energy sources and categorize their energy efficiency and net energy yield. So energy source, this column lists the different energy sources being compared. For example, hydropower, wind, coal, natural gas. So energy efficiency, this refers to how efficiently the energy source is converted into usable energy for specific application. So it is qualitative measure, high, medium, or low. So net energy yield. So this indicates the net amount of usable energy produced by energy source. After accounting for the energy uh, required to instruct process and deliver it, it's also qualitative measure, high, medium, low, negative energy loss. So negative net energy yield means more energy is expended uh, um, in the process than is gained. Siguro na?
Coal is a plenty but dirty fuel from the remains of land plants that were buried in pressure for 300 to 400 million years. It is a combustible black or dark brown rock consisting mainly of carbonized plant matter found mainly in underground deposit and widely used as fuel. So coal is one of the most abundant fossil fuel on Earth, primarily used for energy production. It is formed from ancient plant matter that was buried and subjected to intense heat and pressure over millions of years. So as you can see, there's a full picture in that was called anthracite, bituminous, subtuminous, and ligate. Advantages of coal. Huge global reserves, like widespread availability, energy security, cost effectiveness. Next, not an intermittent energy sources like solar and wind, which depend on weather. Next, reliable fuel, like ability to provide constant energy supply, and in inexpensive energy source, independent energy source, and plenty of applications. So, and this is the disadvantages of coal. First, renewable source of energy, like finite supply and slow formation. And environmental impact, like air pollution, climate change, and water pollution. And next, destroy natural habitats, like displacement of wildlife. Next is coal mining impact, like deforestation and impact on mine health, black lung disease, accident, and hearing loss, and toxic gas exposure, and potentially radioactive baseplane human settlements.
Disadvantages of coal: non-reliable source of energy, environmental impact, destroys nature habitats, coal mining impact of minor health, potentially radioactive, then displace human settlement. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using nuclear power? Nuclear power is the use of nuclear reaction to produce electricity. Nuclear power can be obtained from nuclear fission, nuclear decay, and nuclear fission reaction. Presently, the vast majority of electricity from nuclear power is produced by nuclear fission of uranium and platinum in nuclear power plants. Electricity generated by power plants that derive their heat from fission in a nuclear reaction. How does nuclear fission reactor works? So, to evaluate the advantages and disadvantages of nuclear power, we must know how a nuclear power plant and its accompanying nuclear fuel cycle work. So, a nuclear power plant, sometimes developed in NPP, is the terminal power station in which the heat source in a nuclear reactor. As a typically terminal power station, it used to generate steam that drives a steam turbine connected to a generator that produce electricity. So, nuclear fuel cycle. The nuclear fuel cycle is the series of industrial processes which involve the production of electricity from uranium in the nuclear power reactor. So, uranium is a relative commonly element found through the world. It is mined in a number of countries and must be processed before it can be used as a fuel for nuclear reactor. So, fuel remove the reactor after it has reached the end of useful life can be reprocessed to so that most it recycled for new fuel. So, high-grade uranium fuel in a typically nuclear reactor lasts for 3 to 4 years after with each becomes spent or useless and must be replaced. The spent fuel rods are so typically hot and highly radioactive that can not be simplified throw away. Researchers have found that 10 years after being removed, the reactor a single spent fuel rods assembled can still emit enough radiation to kill a person standing 1 meter 3 inches away from away in the last that 3 minutes. So conventional nuclear fuel advantages: low environmental impact without accident, emits 1 to 1.6 as much CO2 as fuel, low risk of accident in modern plants. So ang disadvantages: low heat energy yield, high overall cost, produce long-lived harmful radioactive waste, promotes spread of nuclear weapon. So these disadvantages of using nuclear power. The most serious problem with the nuclear power fuel cycle is it is unconventional. The container nuclear power industry could not exist without high level or financial support from government, and because of extraordinary high cost of ensuring safety and low net energy yield of the nuclear fuel cycle. Another serious safety concern related to commercial nuclear power is the spread of nuclear weapon technologies around the world. In the international market, the United States and 14 other countries have been selling commercial and experimental nuclear reactor and the uranium fuel enrichment and purification technology for decades. Much of this information and equipment can be used to produce bomb-grade uranium and plutonium for use in nuclear weapon.
Cogeneration, which involves using a combined heat and power CHP system. For example, the steam used for generating electricity in a CHP system can be captured and used again to heat the plant or other nearby buildings, rather than released into the environment as waste heat. Recycling materials such as steel and other metals is a third way for industry to save energy and money. For example, producing steel from recycled scrap iron uses 75% less high-quality energy than does producing steel from virgin iron ore, and it emits 40% less CO2. A fourth way is to use more energy-efficient, compact, fluorescent, and LED lighting. Improving energy efficiency in industries and utilities is crucial for reducing costs, lowering environmental impact, and achievement of sustainability goals. Industries and utilities can improve energy efficiency through comprehensive energy audits, investing in energy efficient equipment, optimizing production processes, and implementing smart technologies, renewable energy sources, and energy management systems. Building a smarter and more energy efficient electrical grid. We can also improve the efficiency of transmitting electricity to industries communities. Grid systems of high voltage transmission lines carry electricity from power plants, wind farms, and other electricity producers to users. Building a smarter and more energy efficient electrical grid involves modernizing outdated infrastructures with advanced technologies like smart meters and two-way communication systems to optimize energy distribution and consumption, integrate new renewable energy sources, and create a more resilient grid that can adapt to fluctuating supply and demand. Energy efficient vehicles are available. A future stage in the development of super efficient cars might be an electric vehicle. that uses a fuel cell, a device that uses hydrogen gas, H2, as a fuel to produce electricity when it reacts with oxygen gas, O2, in the atmosphere and emits harmless water vapor. Fuel cells are at least twice as efficient as internal combustion engines, have no moving parts, and require little maintenance. Energy-efficient vehicles are designed to use less fuel or electricity to travel the same distance, reducing emissions and saving money. They achieve this through a combination of technologies. Energy-efficient vehicles are offer of a greener and more cost-effective way to travel. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using renewable energy sources? Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. Sunlight and wind, for example, are such sources that constantly being replenished. Renewable energy sources are plentiful and all around us. Advantages of using renewable energy. The lesson from one of nature's three scientific principles of sustainability is to rely mostly on solar energy. You can get renewable solar energy directly from the sun or indirectly from wind, flowing water, and biomass. Another form of renewable energy is geothermal energy, or heat from the Earth's interior. These are the following: electric generation, heating and cooling, transportation, agriculture, industrial process, water desalination, off-grid power, hydrogen production. We can heat buildings and water with solar energy. A building that has enough access to sunlight can get all or most of the heat through a passive solar heating system. Passive solar home collects heat as the sun shines through south-facing windows and collects heat as the sun shines through facing windows and retains it in materials that store heat, known as thermal mass. Passive solar heating. This approach relies on the building design to capture and distribute solar energy. South-facing windows allow sunlight to penetrate the building, warming the interior spaces. Materials like brick and tile absorbs heat during the day and release it at night, providing a natural heating effect. Active solar heating system. Use solar energy to heat a fluid, either liquid or air, and then transfer the solar heat directly to the inferior space or to a storage system for late use. So, active solar heating. This method utilizes mechanical components to collect, store, and distribute solar energy. Solar collectors, typically flat plane panels, absorb sunlight and transfer the heat to a working fluid, often water or glycol mixture. We can cool buildings naturally. Direct solar energy works against us when we want to keep a building cool, but we can use indirect solar energy to help cool buildings. For example, we can open windows to take advantage of breezes and use fans to keep the air moving. So, we can cool buildings naturally using a variety of techniques that harness the power of nature and minimize reliance on energy-intensive air conditioning. This method, often referred to as passive cooling, focuses in minimizing heat gain and maximizing heat loss, creating a comfortable indoor environment without the need for mechanical systems. We can use solar cells to produce electricity. We can convert solar energy directly into its electrical energy using photovoltaic PV cells, commonly called solar cells. Solar cells have no moving parts and they operate safely and quietly with no emissions of pollutants or greenhouse gases. Solar cells, also known as the photovoltaic cells, are the heat of the solar energy technology. They convert sunlight directly into electricity through the photovoltaic effect. Solar cells are typically arranged together in panels, and multiple panels can be connected to form a solar array. allowing for larger scale electricity generation.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of using renewable energy resources? Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. Sunlight and wind, for example, are such sources that are constantly being replenished. Renewable energy sources are plentiful and all around us. Example, solar energy, wind, falling water, the heat of the earth, geothermal, plant materials, biomass, wave, ocean currents, temperature difference in the oceans, and the energy of the tides. Advantages of using renewable energy. We can use renewable energy for many purposes. The lesson from one of nature's three scientific principles of sustainability is to rely mostly on solar energy. We can get renewable solar energy directly from the sun or indirectly from wind. Core case study, flowing water and biomass. Another form of renewable energy is geothermal energy or heat from the earth interior. We can heat buildings and water with solar energy. A building that has enough access to sunlight can get all or most of its heat through a passive solar heating system. Passive solar home collects heat as the sun shines through south-facing windows and retains it in materials that store heat, now known as thermal mass. Active solar heating system use solar energy to heat a fluid, either liquid or air, and then transfer to solar heat directly to the interior space or to a storage system for later use. We can cool building naturally. Direct solar energy works against us when we want to keep a building cool, but we can use indirectly solar energy, mainly wind, to help cool buildings. For example, we can open windows to take advantage of breezes and use fans to keep the air moving when there is no breeze, and high efficiency windows help to keep hot air outside. We can use solar cells to produce electricity. We can convert solar energy directly into electrical energy using photovoltaic photo photovoltaic PV or PV cells, commonly called solar cells. Solar cells have no moving parts and they operate safely and quietly with no emissions of pollutants or greenhouse gases. When sunlight strikes these transparent cells, they produce electricity, a flow of electrons, and many cells wired together in a panel can produce large amount of electrical power. Such system can be connected to existing electrical grid system or to batteries that store the electrical energy until it is needed. We can produce electricity from falling and flowing water, hydropower is any technology that use the kinetic energy or flowing or falling water to produce electricity. It is an indirect form of solar energy because it depends on the evaporation of water, which is deposited as rain or snow at higher elevation, where it can flow to lower elevations in rivers as part of the Earth's solar-powered water cycle. Using wind to produce electricity is an important step toward sustainability. Since 1990, wind power has been the world's second fastest growing source of electricity after solar cells. Wind power is the most efficient technology to produce energy in a safe and environmentally sustainable manner. It is zero emissions, local, inexhaustible, competitive, and it creates wealth and job.
Disadvantage of using renewable energy. Renewable energy is not available around the clock. Renewable energy sources are natural forces that are strongly dependent on the weather condition. Therefore, when you had bad weather conditions, renewable energy technologies such as solar cells will be less of use. Limited availability. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind depend heavily on weather conditions. Solar panels cannot generate electricity at night or during overcast days, and wind turbines are only effective when there is sufficient wind. Renewable energy sites require a lot of space. To harness nature's energies, we need a lot of space. This will cause many problems for renewable energy sites. In comparison with traditional power stations, we have to move we have to use more land for establishing renewable energy farms. Highland requirements. Renewable energy systems such as solar and wind farms need extensive land to produce adequate energy. This makes them less space efficient compared to conventional power plants and may lead to land use conflicts in crowded or ecologically sensitive areas. Renewable energy devices need recycling. Generating electricity from renewable energy sources produces way lower levels of pollution. But renewable devices are subject to some concerns because manufacturing them and also their disposal process might emit pollution. The initial cost of renewable energy is high, considering the amount of energy we can get from renewable technologies. The initial cost is high and sometimes unaffordable. In fact, the manufacturing and installation processes of renewable energy devices like PV panels are relatively expensive. How can we make the transition to more sustainable energy future? Choosing energy paths. In considering possible energy futures, scientists and energy experts who have evaluated energy alternatives have come to three general conclusions. First, during this century, there will likely be a gradual shift from dependence on non-renewable fossil fuels to a mix of renewable energy from the sun, wind, flowing water like hydropower, and the Earth's interior like geothermal energy. The second general conclusion of experts about the futures of energy use is that a combination of improved energy efficiency
and carefully regulated use of natural gas will be the best way to make the transition to using mostly renewable energy resources during this century. The third general conclusion is that because fossil fuels are still abundant and efficiently cheap, we will continue to use them in large quantities. Solutions: making the transition to a more sustainable energy future. Improve energy efficiency. Increase fuel efficiency standards for vehicles, buildings, and appliances. Provide large tax credits, rebates for buying efficient cars, houses, and appliances. Reward utilities for reducing demand for electricity. Greatly increase energy efficiency research and development. More renewable energy. Greatly increase use of renewable energy. Provide large subsidies and tax credits for use of renewable energy. Greatly increase renewable energy research and development. Reduce pollution and health risks. Phase out coal subsidies and tax breaks. Levy taxes on coal and oil use. Phase out nuclear power subsidies, tax breaks, and loan guarantees. Some ways in which you can take part in the transition to more environmentally and economically sustainable energy future. Walk, bike, or use mass transit or a carpool to get to work or school. Drive only vehicles that get at least 17 km per hour or 40 miles per gallon. Have an energy audit done in the place where you live. Super-insulate the place where you live and plug all air leaks. Use passive solar heating wherever possible for cooling. Open windows and use fans. Use programmable thermostat and energy efficient heating and cooling systems, lights, and appliances. Turn down water heaters thermostats to 43 to 49 degrees Celsius or 110 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit and insulate hot water pipes. Turn off lights, TVs, computers, and other electronics when they are not in use. Wash laundry in cold water and air dry it on socks. These are the 13 biggest energy wasting habits at home. First, leaving your electronics and appliances plugged in. Second, not utilizing sleep or standby settings for your electronics. Third, forgetting to turn the lights off. Fourth, using inefficient light bulbs. Fifth, running the dishwasher when it's not full. Sixth, washing your clothes in hot water. Seventh, using extra energy when cooking. 8. Setting your thermostat too high or low. Ninth, forgetting to replace your HVAC system's air filters. 10th, taking extra long showers. 11th, keeping water heater settings cranked up. 12th, failing to landscape strategically. And finally, 13th, letting air leaks go unnoticed. Conclusion: in evaluating energy resources, we should consider their net energy yields and the environmental and health impacts of using them, as well as their potential supplies by phasing in a mix of renewable energy sources, especially solar, wind, flowing water, sustainable biofuels, and geothermal energy. We could drastically reduce pollution, greenhouse gas emissions, and biodiversity losses. Nuclear power is the use of nuclear reactions to produce electricity. Nuclear power can be obtained from nuclear fission, nuclear decay, and nuclear fusion reactions, making the transition to a more sustainable energy future will require sharply increasing energy efficiency using a mix of renewable energy resources and including the harmful environmental and health costs of energy resources in their market prices.